What the
Merry Christmas.
Welcome back to the channel. So I finally watched Lost in Space Season 3. It sucks, but I don't want to be completely negative, so let's spice things up with a bit of constructive criticism and talk about the show as a whole. Lost in Space did have potential, right? So the main cast is decent, the production values are high, the main plot sounds interesting. So what went wrong? Let's do a quick recap of all the seasons so we better understand the situation. In Season 1, the Earth is dying and our main characters, the Robinson family, are part of a big colonization crew heading to a space colony, Alpha Centauri. They're attacked by alien robots. So they evacuate and crash land on a random alien planet, have a few space adventures, and the kid Will finds one of the robots, fixes it, and now they're friends. Great. The other two main characters are Smith, a weird identity-stealing psycho whose main character trait is scheming, and Chicken F***er, the most pathetic attempt at a comic relief character I've seen in recent years. He makes a chicken his pet. Get it? Chickens are funny. At this point it's still a decent, average show. Nothing special, but nothing too awful. However, as soon as we get other survivors, which are mediocre characters at best, and the filler subplot starts creeping in, especially Smith scheming all the time, you would think this is a show about Smith, but okay. And the first season ends with, which is immediately the show's staple, Robinsons getting lost in space again. All three seasons basically start with the same plot. The Robinsons are stranded on an alien planet, then they reunite with other people, and then they get lost again. Season 2. We get a bunch of new characters, most of which are shady. As we discovered, they've been using the alien technology for space travel by abusing a robot that crash-landed on Earth in the past and caused the Earth's slow decay, right? A potentially interesting tale of moral ambiguity, which could maybe make us question whether the robots are actually the victims in this story, right? However, this show won't get that smart. In fact, it's gonna get more stupid. Instead of exploring all that, we get a doubling down of Smith scheming all the time. I swear this show is about Smith. I mean, the second season is painful to watch. Eventually there's a new attack by the robots, so the bad guys go bye-bye, the family is separated again. You see where this is going, right? The kids, the robots, and Smith go through wormhole to a new planet, and the parents stay behind. And we're basically off to Season 3. In the first 4 episodes of Season 3, seemingly 2 important things happen with the kids. The parents are completely unimportant the first 4 episodes, who cares? The kid Judy finds her biological father in cryosleep with the rest of his crew, who were on a mission, I don't know, ages ago. Now you may ask yourself, what is the point of this whole subplot with Judy's biological father? Could the rest of the story function without this plot point? Yes. But her father is at least written decently, unlike most of the other jabronis on this show. So, like a no bullshit, experienced veteran pilot. Okay, decent, whatever, who cares? Moving on. The second important thing is that Will finds ancient alien ruins of the race that created the robots. Now you would think this would be a big highlight of the season, right? Like a big mythological reveal about the robots' origins. Basically, the robot creators are dead, the robots are Skynet, there's some Prometheus vibes even going on in the aesthetic design of these creatures, but you only see skeletons, there's nothing going on, no flashback scenes. More on the robots later, they suck. But what about the parents? They're very sad, and they're depressed. So it's all pointless meandering for 4 episodes until the parents and the kids are reunited back to... Wait a minute. We're back to the ending of Season 2 now. So it was all a round trip that served no purpose. And in the final circle jerk of this show, all the survivors managed to get to Alpha Centauri, escaping the robots, right? Except... guess who? That's right. The Robinsons. They are again stranded on another planet somehow, I don't know. Together, of course, with Smith and Chicken. But don't worry, the chicken is alive. Okay? And it's still extremely hilarious. you're gonna die laughing. So now the family can fart around, you know, have a little space adventure for 2 episodes, do nothing.
I hate to see rockets are so hard.
And Will get stabbed in the heart by the bad robot. Okay. Don't worry, he gets healed in the next episode, because the family manages to finally get to Alpha Centauri, their original destination. And now, boys and girls, we're in the final stretch of this shit show. The Robinsons and the rest of the colony must now prepare the planet's defense systems in order to defend against the robots. There's this convoluted subplot of a secret defense system made by the guy from season 2, and then there's some saboteur robots trying to destroy it before the main invasion begins. I don't know, it's all garbage. And as the full invasion begins, we get an extremely stupid Deus Ex Machina, where the robots can all become your friends if you just help them a little bit, like, you know, the kids lift some rubble, the robot is now their friend. He tried to kill them like literally a second ago. And of course, the main bad robot isn't that easily swayed, but you know, don't worry, the good robot somehow infects him with his essence.
What the? Merry Christmas.
And it's all over, and they can all have a nice Thanksgiving dinner. Here's the dealio. The more I think about the overall plot of these 3 seasons, it's obvious that most content is filler. Countless unmemorable side characters and equally unimportant side plots that basically serve only to make our main characters run around in circles. And there's this constant feeling as if the writers were trying to make a serious drama, family drama, but were forced by the space and sci-fi tropes to write around it, and it's just all... everything becomes a mess of genres and awful comedic timings. It's a mess. All of this would have been better as one season. Cram it all in, remove all the junk, have the Robinsons defeat the aliens by the end of it, and then in season 2 we can have new adventures, right? New civilizations to explore, new aliens, right? The possibilities are endless, and I just can't fathom why this plotline of this boring, generic CGI copy-pasta robots was the focus for 3 seasons. I'm confused. At least if they gave us some sort of like flashback scenes of how they were created, what led them to be like these rogue AI Skynet bad guys, right? So we have some understanding to their reasoning, so we can feel the impact more. It was more important to have a chicken fucker land a few jokes in, right, with the chicken. It's all very funny, and Smith scheming all the time. It's all very interesting, right? Thanks. In closing, Lost in Space is at best an average sci-fi drama, and at worst a pathetic family adventure exploration show. Like, it doesn't hit on any of these levels, it's just a waste of time. And you can sum up this show easily. Like, look, here's an interesting scene, right? Okay, then the rest of the show boring, uninteresting subplot, boring, right? Boring. Oh, interesting dialogue scene, okay, good acting, okay, boring, bad acting, maybe good, no, it sucks. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!